Hi everyone, and welcome back for some more roadmap missions. Now we've got Walker Wasteland coming up. Now we'll just go through the story. Now I'm assuming this is going to be an all Walker stage from the title. So to welcome Abraham into our team, we're going to use all strongs with Michonne as the leader, so we get the plus 24 crit. We're just filling out the weapons here, given plus 20 crit. Bring in the nitric oxide, and then we'll just have Maggie, Joshua, and also Chuck. And hopefully that should be enough crit to get us through the stage. Now with the allies, I only have a limited supply of crit leaders, so I'm going to use non-crit leaders to start with and then save the crit leaders for the later stages. So we're just going to bring in another Joshua here now. Got an A++ team, recommended is S1. When I do pick these teams, I'm not trying to get any particular grade, it just is what it is. So I'm sure I could have got lower grades by bringing in my lower tier Joshuas and things like that, but I'm not too concerned about that. So we'll just keep going through this with headshotting our way through it fairly at a decent rate right here. The only problem is going to be these, I've said it before, they need to bring in like an end turn button like they have in No Man's Land. For when you have all melees and they're stuck behind the things, it's sort of annoying having to press all the players and go through the turn when you can't hit them. It would be really good if they could put an end turn button there, and even if you fast forward through it, it uses all your rushes. So that's definitely, I don't know, something they should maybe consider, an end turn button, so you can get it over and done with a bit quicker. Whether they will do it or not, it's another thing, but I wouldn't mind an end turn button. I don't know about you guys, but it gets sort of annoying when they're stuck behind the barriers and you got a all melee team and you can't hit them, and you got to go through and press every single one. And if you just fast forward, it uses all the rushes. So that's when you start getting rushes topped on rushes that wipe out the rushes out, and it's just pointless. So I'm all for an end turn button. But anyways, we'll just continue on. The first stage there was fairly easy, just with the pure leader skill, the plus 24 crit and the 20 crit weapons. We got a decent amount of headshots and got through it fairly quickly, except for the whole walkers getting stuck behind things, but that's okay. We'll just continue here. I accidentally just fast forwarded. If you are wondering why their rushes started going off, then I bumped that fast forward button, my bad. But we'll just keep going. We're up to the third wave. I imagine in the later stages this is going to get a lot harder and my headshots are going to become fewer. That's where it becomes more important to have that secondary crit leader, and that's why I'm saving those people for the later stages, because it's going to be more important and more crucial to getting them headshots. As you can see, I don't really have any rushes that give out crit on this team, so it's just purely going to be the leader skills and any additions that I'm getting from the weapons and also my battle items. With the plus 20 nitric oxide, we just lost 3 players, but we're not too worried. We got through it still fairly easily. Abraham will definitely be going into my defense team. If you're wondering why I haven't upgraded him yet, I do save my 5-star for level up tournaments so I can get the higher percentage of renown points and things like that. So he probably won't get any levels up until either a faction or an individual level up tournament, and then I'll just start putting a whole heap of trainers and people into him. But that's the reason why he's still at level 1 there. But for walkers, it's not really important there. I guess I don't really particularly worry about their levels. It's more their crit count that you're worrying about for walkers. So it's worked out fairly well here that we could welcome him into the team with a nice, strong zombie killing attack team. And they're doing pretty good so far. Like, they've lost a few plays, but that is is expected, especially when you're not always got these huge amount of crit count. My toughs have definitely got higher crit weapons and things like that, but these guys do pretty good, and they should get through this whole mission fairly comfortably without too much battle items being spilt, but I think I will have to use a bit more later on. So that's stage 3. Now what I've noticed definitely with these stages is it's the typical walker sort of stages where they bring in the barriers, and also they're rotating the amount of walkers, so they'll go to 13 to 11, and they're just rotating them out, and also how close they start off to you and how quickly they move. If you notice in the later stages, they tend to take bigger moves towards you during their turns rather than these early ones, but we're doing okay so far. The probably only annoying thing is those barriers and them occasionally getting stuck behind it and me not being able to do a single thing about it. I've got Eric here who has the gun, and he's not headshotting enough that it's helping me out a bit. They're still getting stuck behind them barriers, which is sort of annoying, but it's okay. And they're definitely putting on the waves, like 7 waves. This one, this might these stages might prolong a bit longer if they're going to be doing 7, 8 waves and things like that. It's definitely going to take a while, but you do win the rewards at the end. Is the elite gear bags and things like that. Would have mined like a token or something, or a raid bottle or something like that. But I guess gear is okay. If you need it, it's always great. If you don't really need it, it's sort of one of them annoying things. You want everything else but it, but the more you have, the merrier, so I'm not too worried. So that's wave 5. This seems like this stage is going forever because there's so many waves and then so many zombies within those waves. But overall, their headshots are doing fairly well. I haven't used the battle items as of yet, just going off purely the leader skills and Eric's rush here at the plus 20 crit, and we're doing a pretty good job. Finally, the last wave. Had to just add on that extra wave. Looks like we're coming into the closing last few headshots. There we go, and that is that done. Thanks for watching.